Now, in this program, any resemblance between the people you see on the screen and real living people is purely intentional. Because, in fact, they are real, and it's our pleasure to catch them in the act of being themselves.
Hey guys, Rogue Nation here with you today. We're going to be showcasing why I lost the Fifth Amendment claim in the Metz vs. Smith case, or why the court ruled against me. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at the specific point in the incident that I was referencing in my complaint. So let's check that out real quick.
You saying you with the press?
Yep.
And who you work for?
I'm remaining silent,
Okay.
taking my fifth.
Okay, then I'm gonna place you under arrest. How about that? So who are you working for?
Activism News Network.
Okay. Well, you get in your car, Mr. What's your name? Lee and Lee.
Okay.
If you come back on here, I'm gonna charge.
Alright, so we saw the incident there, and so you saw that he asked me a question. I told him I was taking my fifth, and then he told me that I was going to be arrested. So let's go through what the court had to say about it. And it says, in his objections, plaintiff states that his Fifth Amendment rights were violated when he was compelled to answer defendant's question under threat of arrest. As noted by the magistrate judge, plaintiff has not alleged that his statement was used against him in a criminal prosecution. Hybel v. 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada, Humboldt County. This is a Supreme Court case, 2004, which says the Fifth Amendment states that no person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. And they said to qualify for the Fifth Amendment privilege, a communication must be testimonial, incriminating, and compelled. Accordingly, plaintiff has failed to state a plausible claim for relief, and summary dismissal is appropriate. Now, obviously, that was just to the Fifth Amendment claim. My First and Fourth Amendment claims were upheld, and we're still in court about that now. But for the Fifth Amendment claim, they dismissed it. And basically what they're trying to say here is that it's going to have to be a criminal case that's filed against you. The communication is going to have to be testimonial, and it's going to have to be incriminating, right? To qualify for the Fifth Amendment privilege. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't have the right to remain silent. So we can look up here. I got a website pulled up. It's some Minnesota law guy who's, again, a lot of these lawyers are focused in one area, so they're not always the brightest people when it comes to general law, but it says, during your interactions with police, your right to remain silent is protected by the U.S. Constitution. In Minnesota, you cannot be arrested just for refusing to answer questions asked by the police. So, and basically this guy, when he talks about being ID'd, gives the wrong information. Like here it says, during a voluntary encounter with police in Minnesota, you also have the right to refuse to show your ID. In several other states, you must show your ID to police most times that they ask for it, which is completely false. These states are called stop and identify states. That's completely false information, right? But again, he's a Minnesota lawyer. He knows the law in Minnesota, not other states. Maybe he honestly believes that they can stop and identify you most times that they ask for it. But in all states, you need reasonable articulable suspicion to ask for ID in every state. So, and it says, however, you always have the right to remain silent. So, we do have the right to remain silent. They can arrest us. Like, that officer could have arrested me there if I chose to remain silent. and I wouldn't have had a Fifth Amendment claim. It would have been a Fourth Amendment claim, because obviously he's asking me, or he's arresting me without reasonable suspicion just for, refusing to answer his questions. But yeah, guys, I didn't want to make this a long one. I just wanted to bring that to your folks' attention, that the Fifth Amendment claim isn't just whenever you refuse to answer questions, but in specific circumstances. And that's why my claim was denied. So hope that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comments section down below. As always, guys, we'll catch you on the next one, because there's always going to be a next one.